Mumbles coming to you with that East 905. We're in the building. Right now, we got another special guest. I told y'all, I don't know what's going to happen in this interview. It's going to be probably weird, but I don't do the introductions. I let you introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, what you do.
Yeah, no, it's just I'm Froses the Don. That's all good. I'm Froses the Don. I just I am hip hop in Toronto pretty much to break it down for you. I do promoting and do a little bit of music. I do a little bit of helping manage people, a little bit of behind the scenes with events when they were happening, some stuff in the studio. Just I'm known for the big faces of Drake though, and Rob Ford and
Yes.
all the celebrities.
For my people out there, if you've watched Raptors games or some of the battles around, you've seen like the big Drake faces, the big.
Yep. Oh,
So
we got a special thing coming with some big faces soon. Don't worry. I
yeah,
have
you
something
bringing those
coming up.
back.
Yeah, I got something coming up big.
All right, all right. So for those that don't know, I met you. It's been a couple of years now. I think it was
Five,
with
six
Got.
years.
Yeah, I think it was through Got Bars or one of the leagues there.
Got bars.
Yeah, at the battle rapper. Um, but and I know I've talked to you, but I don't know how serious you've taken it. How did you get into rap? And like,
Rap itself, I've always been into it, but the battle rap stuff happened back in the day with Lex Luthor in
mm,
like 2014. But just the rap in general, I've always Jay-Z was my first CD.
huh?
Jay-Z was my first ever CD, right?
Yeah.
So, and then Eminem and 8 Mile, of course, you know.
Mhm.
But dude, the battle rap, I did take it seriously. But the thing is, you know how it goes with talent, right? If you don't
Mm.
nurture your talent, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like if you show up drunk or high or not taking yourself seriously, how
Mhm.
can you expect to be taken seriously, you know?
True. 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 So because you do rap, do you do music or have you done music at all?
The thing is with music, I'm more behind the scenes. I make a little bit of my own shit, but when I'm working my own shit, I'm not using professional stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like when I'm in the studio, I would shout out Minty Burns. Minty Burns, he's the man.
All right, Bird.
Certain people, when I'm like in the studio, they have their equipment. I go and I track them or help them with a little bit of shit, right?
Yeah.
But mostly, I don't know. I'm just right now. I'm just at the moment. I'm everywhere, but I'm nowhere.
No
Cause
direction.
COVID. No, I'm COVID. I can't get out as much. There's
Yeah.
nowhere to promote. There's no events. There's no shows. There's no. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
man.
There's no battle raps. Bro, the King of the Dog Grand Prix was wild.
Great. Like the it also showed why all leagues stopped doing judge decisions because
Uh-huh.
when you do judge decisions, you can have a great classic battle, and all anybody's going to talk about is whether they agreed or disagreed with the decision.
But if you
Like,
take it in, bro, did you see the disaster battle, the last one? All the
mm,
judges, they upgraded the judges and they gave it to the other guy.
yeah.
When they had
That's the
whack
thing. Like,
judges, everyone's like robbery.
mm, it. My thing about it is it's not even like that's just it's not really a robbery because none of those people beat Disasters 3-0. Like even if you think
No,
he lost, the battle was close enough
each one.
that it's debatable. And
But disaster
Disaster's not a
doesn't need the
person that you can
wins.
have a debatable with. You gotta kill
But
him.
he doesn't need the wins. Disaster is just at this point racking up points.
Hmm. I think he wanted to do it for his legacy to show that he's still, the old
Yeah,
guy
but
come
but
back.
disaster's like Kyle Lowry, bro. He killed it. He got his rings. He did his
Yeah,
shit. Now just like he's grinding away.
yeah.
That's how I look at it, right? Like. You did your thing. You're the biggest battle rapper. Like you beat Oxymoron and shit.
Mm. So, so you're not really working with anybody, like any artists or anything in specifics right now?
No, right now everything's just on. What happened was Corona fucked me up. I was supposed to be the third host on Toronto Talks.
Or
You know the
Toronto
podcast?
Talks? Okay.
Yeah, you know that podcast?
Yeah.
So Maloney and Dustin had babies, but before that, Maloney was having a baby and he was gonna take off 6 months. And they
Okay.
asked me to fill in, and then the next day Corona went bad. And that was about
Gotcha.
like almost a year ago. Right? So I would have had the platform at Max FM to bring people like you into the studio.
That'd be, yeah, man. Like right now, everything is online. Like all the DJs are online. Things, everything that can be online is online because you don't know when it's gonna open, how long it's gonna stay open, if they're gonna
You know
allow
what? I'm
crowds
surprised.
back.
I'm surprised we don't see more flash mobs.
Mm.
Like I'm surprised we don't see people just showing up and having wild raves and shit.
Yeah, probably secretly.
Right?
So,
Now how to
um, is other than like hip hop, what other things are you into, or what other things do you do other than like the music and entertainment?
mostly I'm a fan of stuff. Just arts in general, like um I can't find the video anymore, but just
Mm.
I don't know, MMA. I'd like to train in the gym sometimes, or just uh wrestling, watching it, different things like
Okay.
that.
You like
Mostly
to
my
train
biggest thing that I do.
sometimes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love training.
Okay, that's kind of
This
cool.
one guy, I went to the training thing, and he like, "Are you sure you want to leave this meeting?" No, no. I went to this training. This guy kicked me right in the head, and then I kept fighting him, and he got so scared.
Hmm.
He was so scared because like, who gets kicked in? Like, obviously, he's not using full force, right?
Yeah, but
But he
you
kicked
didn't
me
drop.
right in the. I didn't drop. I didn't even blink. I was just there, like boom, boom, boom. Like I kept going for. I'm not saying I'm a tough guy, right? Like I
Yeah,
just like it for fun.
true. So
But that's it. Spar, get your heart rate up a bit.
yeah, so you seem to like have like a very love hate relationship with many people in and around the industry. Everyone
That
knows
is
you.
fair to say.
Everybody
That is a
knows
good
you, so they
assessment.
either like you or hate. Like you
That is a
know,
fair, good assessment. I needed that criticism to be. I needed to hear that.
why do you think that is? Like,
To be honest, I feel like okay, that how they say New Year, New You. That's not what I'm gonna say, but it's like I was never really awakened to being. I feel like I matured suddenly because I've been studying this past 2, 3 months, right?
mm-hmm,
So I realized I wasn't aware of my own. I was just dragging through life like everybody. You just drag
yeah,
through, but there's no motivation, there's no kick behind, there's no like flame behind it. So now I found more like even you can tell by the way I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Remember when we were at Got Bars or the last battle you had me out? And I was
yeah,
incoherent in London. Now I kind of figured out like I have wronged certain people in the industry in a way of like I haven't given them my best self, right?
mm-hmm,
So somebody sees Froses and they're like, I know that guy. He did so and so, and someone else is like, fuck that guy. It's like
mm,
it gets to the point where you can't please everybody, but you got to try to not make everybody mad.
yeah. That's
There's a
like,
lot of people that talk
mhm,
shit about me, but they
yeah,
won't ever say it to my face. Like they see me and they're so humble. They're like, we love you. That like they won't say it to my face. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's like you. I like the way you said love hate relationship. Some motherfuckers hate me.
yeah. I know because I'm around and people like it. I'll be like, I don't know what y'all problem is. Frozen has always been like I've always said, like me and you have always had a really cool relationship.
No, exactly.
You've never screwed me over. You've never,
Bro,
Not
you
only
had
that,
me over and shit like that. I felt like family. You know what I mean?
yeah, man, because you've always been cool. So like,
Yeah, but that's the thing. When people judge you, they don't really know you. And here's the thing. Here's what Drake said: know yourself. How can I expect people not to? I mean, to love me if I didn't love myself? I didn't wake
mm,
up and look in the mirror and be like, yes, that's the best me. That's who I want to be today.
true.
Bro, I'm really on a spiritual path. So I did an out of body experience. I did some meditations. I did some frequency and different. I'm trying to get people on their spiritual side now, you know?
Yeah, okay. So like,
And I
what?
don't want it to come off as corny. Like people are gonna be like, "Aren't you Jewish? Aren't you Christian?" I'm like, "I'm neither. I'm just like I fear God and I love God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's about
So are you like studying stuff or just
yeah.
meditating
So
or?
basically, I did some meditations on YouTube. There's like I can post links for you. There's like 50 different ones. There's ones
Mm,
for like past life or find your spirit guide, out of body meditation. There's frequencies for healing pain, for getting money. There's a ton of stuff on YouTube. But it really opened up my mind to be able to see that like certain people like 100 Miles and Jadon from Raw Dog, I did
yeah.
them a disservice because like I'm repping their brand, but I'm not the authentic version of me, right? So it's like I'm
Mm.
a billboard, no soul at the time. That's
Okay,
kind of what it
that's kind
felt
of
like, you know?
yeah,
You can slap a sticker on me, 100 Miles, Big Diesel, Raw Dog, Minty Burns,
yeah.
and then at the end of the day, what about me? Like, I'm a man walking around like with stickers like NASCAR.
Okay.
If you
So
get where I'm
like,
going, right? Like, I
yeah,
got to give my best to everybody. Otherwise, who's gonna put their sticker on a fucking a hoopty? You know what I mean?
true, true,
You don't
true,
want to
very
fucking
true,
put Minty Burns and 100 Miles and Raw Dog on a fucking hoopty. It's like, you know, put it on a fucking Ferrari and rate, like, you know what I mean?
true. Well, I'm glad that growth is always better, and that trying to do yourself better and thing like that is always good. So, are you still rapping at all, or?
Yeah. The thing is, I'm working on some music, but I don't like, I'm not a good engineer yet. And my
Yeah.
friends aren't good engineers. They're like, I'm teaching my friends how to rap and engineer when I don't even know how to fully engineer yet. I'm trying to
Okay.
find the right, I'm willing to pay the right people, but you have to find the people that will work for that money and like at the same time find your vibe at like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Sometimes you go to the
Yeah.
studio, it's like you're drinking or you're smoking or you're this
Yeah.
or you're right. Like you got to focus and zone in and with the energies of the same people around you.
Okay.
But
So you have a group that you're
Minty
trying
Burns,
to
bro.
help. You're trying to develop
Minty,
them in rap.
no, just right now, Minty Burns is who it is. You know Minty?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that I'm working. Like I'm trying to. I'm not saying I'm working for him.
Mm.
I just support him and I got his back and I'm trying to push him. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
he's his own entity. You know of him if you know Minty Burns. If you don't,
Yeah.
check him
Like
out.
he's been around for a long
He's been
time
around
with
from
a
now.
lot
He's
of
getting
shit
into
and stuff.
like characters on Instagram and TikTok.
I haven't seen none of that. No. Like.
Yeah, he does like a Dr. Burns skit and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he made weed butter popcorn. He's got all kinds of stuff going on. He was out in California, but then COVID made him come back. He was doing
Mm.
a big music video.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
kind of cool. So,
yeah, bro.
do you have like because you even saying before of not being directional, like do you have an ideal more of goals of short and long of what you want to do, like do you want to be a manager, promoter thing, like what are you trying to do?
To be honest, right now I'm taking the days as they come. I'm trying to figure out the bet. Like I feel like I need to go out, get just a solid, decent, like some type of paycheck, some type of foundation. Right now I'm just working like here and there, right?
Mm,
Doing what I can, whatever. But it's like there's no, you can't be successful unless you're the structure, right? So it's
definitely,
like
that's
the
true.
money really does come first. When they say invest in yourself, it doesn't mean go and spend 10 racks on your music, but it means don't go and waste that. Like two, 300 on stupid bags of weed, and you know what I mean? Make some cutbacks and try to be the best version you can be. I feel
Okay,
like I
you
trailed
are
off. I feel
sounding
like
a
I
lot
trailed
more
off there.
mature.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, it's like I had an awakening recently because it's like if you don't love yourself, who the hell can you love? Who's gonna love you?
Very much true.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I'm able to tell homies I love them. Like I got love for you, Mumbles. You know that's why I'm here. You
definitely, man.
know.
You know,
Otherwise,
yeah,
it's like I don't care if there's 5 people watching this or 50 or 5 million. It's like I would still be doing the podcast. If Joe Rogan called me tomorrow and said, "Come do," but I actually got respect for you. You know what I mean?
yeah, man. That's I respect that though.
It's like I'll do
So
interviews, I'll do media, but it's like you're asking me things that like actually make sense. You're making me think, bro, because now I got to think about who the people I've wronged are.
mhm,
Because there's a bunch of them out there that I disappointed and I let down, you know? But it's
true.
2021, so I'm gonna make the best of it this year.
That's good to hear.
But what
Um,
about you? What have you been doing? You okay? You healthy? You happy? Your kids are okay?
yeah,
Everything
man,
good?
I'm doing well. With COVID being inside, you know, uh, it's like I've been looking into doing a lot of entrepreneur stuff, doing my
Yeah,
own businesses. I'm slowly getting into writing again. Like I'm doing some of the online battles and
that's
stuff
dope.
just to, just to get my pen warmed up. I'm going to start um, downloading some beats and stuff to work
Nice.
on some songs on this, like on the
That's
stuff.
what
Like
I've been doing low
I,
key.
like, cause I tell people like me doing the battles and the music and everything right now is very liberating for me because I'm past the point of where I'm trying to make music so that I can make it and stuff.
Yes.
I'm not trying
Amen.
to make it. I'm not trying to get a record deal. I'm not trying to go on like
That's the thing,
I'm
bro.
this
Not
I'm
everybody's
now
gonna be
making
a,
music for the love of it, so it's better.
and
I
that's where
feel
you'll find
better.
your vibe. That's where you'll
Yeah.
find your truest self, even if you don't. The thing is, it's all about the journey too, because you could just hit a studio one day and the biggest rapper in the world could be your fan. You know what I mean?
And they hear
Like
something.
let's just say like you're friends with Tory Lanez one day and he's your fan, even though the world might not be our fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes like you can inspire people that are like giving inspiration to others. Like if Drake hears something from you and he's like, "Yo, I dig that." It's like one of those cool moments, you know?
definitely. You never know.
Like you never know where your music could get to and shit, right?
Yeah. So, um, what would you say would be? Could I obviously it seems like it'd be in entertainment. What do you think would be like your dream um position? Be like, where would you want to be
To be
and
honest, I
stuff? Where
think
would
in
you
some
want
type,
to take the
I
Froses
think
the Don character?
I think some type of commentator role or some type of like outsider perspective, you know? Maybe
Mm.
like work for WWE as one of those announcer people. Not the ring announcers, but the ones that break down the matches and they sit and they talk to the wrestlers and they do interviews or they like that kind of job maybe.
Okay.
Or like commentating on like fights, even like for some random, you know, make my own TV shows or just start acting again.
Oh yeah, because you used to do like what extra work and stuff,
Yeah,
or
extra work. I met Adam Sandler and Kevin James and Tom Green and Jason Priestley, all these actors.
okay,
They were all shooting big movies in Toronto, so I went and like I was working, right?
yeah,
It's funny, you can't go to local stores, but you can go and work on a movie set right now.
yeah. No, the production too much money for them to shut those down.
No, I know. They'll get lawsuits and they'll lose like half their fucking
So why did you stop doing the acting?
just to kind of gradually kind of went away. I just didn't get roles and I didn't ask for anything. It was just, you know.
Yeah, okay.
But the show Suits, I was on the show Suits. and I didn't know
Okay.
what it was, so I didn't look for any of the characters. And now I love the show Suits, and I'm like, fuck, I was there. But like, I don't remember meeting any of the people because I didn't know who they were.
Yeah. It wasn't you didn't connect for it until afterwards when you
And
actually
yeah, like
watched
I
the
started
show.
watching. This was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Now I'm watching Suits. I'm like, did I meet this guy? Was he there? Was she there? Did I see the princess?
Okay.
Hollywood North is doing well, apparently. But I wish the Raptors would come back here, to be honest.
Not how they're playing right now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But we need to
They
get
can
them
make a
back.
season down there losing, come
No,
back
when we
here
get the
winning again.
crowds. I mean, when we get the crowds and like and better players and shit. But I still
Yeah.
want them back. Oh, I made a joke about it, my boy. I was like, Florida can keep the Raptors. We can get a new team and call them the Raccoons,
Like the old
the
show.
Toronto Raccoons.
Yeah.
Rack City, Rack City.
Okay.
Let me,
So
in the comments, let me know about Toronto Raccoons, guys. You think that's a dope thing or what? Toronto Raccoons?
I don't know if the Coons.
Well, the way they're playing in Tampa, they can keep the franchise.
Yeah.
See another title in 25 years.
Mm, okay. So what's your like what's your background? Like where are you from and stuff? Cause it was like I swear like yeah, like 4 or 5 years you just came out of like to me almost came out of nowhere and stuff like that on the scene where that like you weren't at events and all of a sudden you were at every event. So
Every event. And I don't
yeah,
even know how
so
I managed it. I was everywhere. Basically, before all that, I was just a regular working, just doing my thing, smoking trees. But one day, I flipped the switch, and it all started when I met Rob Ford in his
mm,
office. Like my boys, like we're going to meet the mayor, and I made a face for him. And the battle rap too, right? That's where it
yeah.
kind of like collided.
So did
Battle
like I
rap and
mean
Rob
like did you
Ford.
grow up in Toronto or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was all over in Brampton, Scarborough, Toronto,
you
um,
moved a lot?
Albie and Finch, like by that mall,
Mm.
Lawrence Square, over by Yorkdale, like everywhere. Vaughan, Mississauga. I was in and out everywhere. But I was wild as a kid. I had to go to group homes for a bit, back in the day,
Oh yeah, you're a troublemaker.
a little bit. So like from like that's partly why people didn't see me either, right?
Mm.
Back in the day, like I just after I got out of all that shit, I just went and did my shit. Took
Okay.
care and made sure I was set for what I gotta do.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
You can't rely on people these days, bro. It's just not possible. You can only like give them your trust and hope that they come through.
True, true, true. Like, you
You
just
can only rely on
give them that
yourself.
chance.
Like people will be reliable, but you cannot rely on them.
Yeah, very true.
Like they will be reliable friends that you come across. There will be like people that you meet that you like that will help you in life and progress you, but it's not everybody that's gonna do that for you.
Mm, true. So, do you have like what are your it's the beginning of the year, other than the continued growth and enough respect on that? Like, I I I I like hearing this from you, and I can actually hear the difference in you're not even talking as wild and as crazy as you normally would.
Right. You know what I'm saying
Um,
before?
so what is your plans other than continued growth for the next couple of months? You said you were looking for work, or what are you doing, or
I'm not
like
really looking
trying
for
to
like
work on your
work.
music? Mm-hmm.
I'm not really looking for work, like anything. I'm more looking just to like expand my portfolio. So
Okay.
Grant Cardone, the rich guy, there's a millionaire guy, and there's this other guy, Tony Robbins. I'm doing some of their courses online this week.
Yeah, yeah. Tony Robbins, yeah.
He's got a free course. You gotta like skip through the ones where they try to sell you stuff, and he has a free
Yeah.
course right now for 5 days.
Yeah, like honestly, 2000 to even now, like 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 that's how I started like doing like the streaming and the podcasting like in the
Mumbles.
last
If I can give you one
year.
piece of
I
advice,
take so many courses, any free, if somebody's gonna offer me, because I know they're gonna try to sell me something more at the end,
yeah,
but you can still learn a lot on the good
listen,
ones in the free stuff in the
Mumbles.
free class. So you know,
If you go online right now,
mm,
Jose Silva, mind control, it teaches you how to get control of your like of your mind.
okay,
So it was like
that's
it plays some beats like but it tells you it's like look, close your eyes, relax your body,
yeah,
envision the number three, envision the number two, envision it gives you some shit, but I felt refreshed after I listened to that. Like, your conscious mind, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just dragging
yeah.
along your body. Now I'm not just a body that's like my mind's not cloudy anymore. I'll still make
Okay.
bad decisions, I'll tell you that, but like that's I'm doing my best.
Well, no one always makes good decisions, but the realization of it for you means that you're putting more thought into it, and that should mean that you're going to be making less bad decisions,
Right.
and that's
And
all you can hope
and
for.
more so, COVID gave me a chance to analyze all my friends.
Hmm.
Like, who do I really who would I really welcome into my home or be welcomed into their home during this time, right?
Yeah, true.
Like, not just who you chill with, who you hang out with, who lives close to you, who's your friend on Facebook, who makes you laugh, who do you love or like. It's like who will actually come through for you and watch your kids, who will actually help you pay your bills, who will actually like give you a place to sleep at night.
Very true. Very true. Okay, so I asked this another question I asked for everybody. Top five rap like artists, rappers, and top five battle rappers. Who are yours?
Top five battle rappers would be like Roan,
Okay.
uh, Disaster. I gotta give some credit to Marlo and Shuffle T. I gotta put who's up there? I don't know. Pat Stay is up there. Daylight is up there. There's a whole bunch of people. Matt Child did all right. And what was the other one? The rappers and who?
Yeah, your favorite rapper, like MC, like artists and stuff. Like
Redman, Outkast, UGK, just old school stuff. Anderson Paak and Cordair are doing nice though. But
honestly,
I'm like I'm
I've
into R&B. I'm into R&B like Usher, Chris Brown, Drake.
oh yeah, all
Yeah,
right,
like that's like that R&B rappy shit.
okay,
Like
that's what you listen
from
to.
time. That's what's better. Like Drake's what it is really.
Yeah, I feel like like I like
But
what he
mostly
does is
local.
good, but I I'll always have a preference for like hip hop, like
But
rapping and stuff.
you know who's really making waves on the music? Bruiser.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got some fucking hits right now.
Mm.
Bruiser, but Century, Coco Leia, Sharky, his name's Drip Davis now, Minty Burns, Young Stitch. Like the list goes on and on. Toronto's just
Yeah, I
done.
just was talking to Stitch and stuff like that. Like,
Stitch is the man, bro. I got him in deal with 100 Miles and shit. I love those guys.
yeah.
But yeah, I gotta get going. If there's, you have any more questions?
No, 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 no. That's why I was just saying. So, shout out, let everybody know where they can find you if they need
Froses
help
100 on
promo.
Instagram.
Huh?
Froses 100 on Instagram.
All right. Make sure y'all find him.
I'm more right now. I'm more into the networking people with each other, like the promo. I can send people and stuff. Like I can make flyers and artwork and certain shit, but I'm more networking at the moment, right? Like I'll bring you to
Okay.
the right people because there's nothing to promote right now.
Definitely. That makes
There's a
sense.
little bit of artists to promote, but that's about it, right?
Yeah.
But thanks,
But
Mumbles. I appreciate everything. Made me actually think about.
yo, I'm gonna let you know. I didn't want to talk it online, but I'm gonna holler at you probably tomorrow. I
Okay,
have some ideas of some stuff that I wanna some work that I wanna do with you from some of the stuff
sounds
that you
like a
said that
plan.
you're interested. Me and you are gonna talk tomorrow, all right?
Okay, sounds like a plan.
All right. Have a good one, man.
Okay, you too, brother.
Peace.
Bye. All right.
All right, people. So that was my homie, Froses the Don. Um, as I said, like very much in the scene, around the scene. This is Toronto stuff. We giving it love. But you know what I'm saying? Holla at him, get some advice, work with him. See, if y'all need, if you're coming to Toronto, y'all need some help. As I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's King's Court Network. Follow me on Twitter at King's Court ENT. Follow me on Instagram, Mumbles905. We're out of here.